Hi there, this is Derek from Pacific Coast Auto, and here we're looking at a year 2000 BMW E39 5 Series, but this one here has the big engine in it. That's the 4.4 liter V8, so the not very common version of the E39. So what you have here is one of the best BMWs that BMW ever made, with a fantastic engine, and this one here has the M Sports package, and so a pretty rare combination. The 4.4 liter engine puts out just under 300 horsepower. It's 286 to 290 depending on the version. This one here is a 286 version because it doesn't have the Vanos variable valve timing. However, that makes it the better engine because that was a system that BMW didn't get right in the first few years. Alright, so we'll look at the car condition, the engine, interior, exterior, everything, and we'll go over the vehicle's auction sheet. It was bought from auction here in Japan for export. Alright, the first thing that you hear is a noisy power steering pump. There is a leak in the power steering fluid, and it has caused the pump to go bad. You can see there's power steering fluid down here if you look carefully, which you probably can't see in the video. And then you have wet hoses down there for the power steering hoses. Looks like possibly a leak down in here. And at first I thought that there was a leak over here, but it could just be that that's spillage or seepage over time. I'm not too sure. But the fact of the matter is it does need a new power steering pump by the sounds of it, and one of those lines needs to be sealed. The engine, the 4.4 liter, looks great in here, and it's a nice powerful engine. I did take it for a drive. The engine isn't running 100% correctly right now. It seems like it's only running on 7 of the 8 cylinders. The auction sheet for this one mentioned power steering and engine failure as key problems with the car, and so we knew about those before purchasing it. One thing I want to mention here is that there is cardboard modification to the headlights, which are a little bit loose. And the halos on this headlight don't work, even though they do on the other headlight. They're turned off right now, though. Okay, gonna close the hood here. We'll go over the auction sheet next. Okay, and these grills aren't on there very well. They've been taped on, and then the tape is old, and so... Oh no! Okay, so let's see what the auction sheet says about this one. This is an auction grade 3, and auction grade 3 can be a little bit difficult. It can be a bad condition car, it can be a good condition car, it could be a diamond in the rough. It really depends, and so it is a higher risk car when you go with something like this. But let's get into the meat and the potatoes of this. So it's a 2000 BMW 540 M Sports. If you don't know what the M Sports is, it's basically you want an M5, but you don't want an M5, and so you get the 540 M Sports. So you get an engine with a very similar amount of power. You actually get a spare tire in this one, which you don't in the M5, and you get sportier suspension, M5 wheels, M5 bumper, and you get these really cool M Sports bits in the interior, like steering wheel and M over there. And I believe the seats are different too. Somebody might tell me I'm wrong about that, but I used to have an E39, and mine didn't have this, which I love on BMW cars because my legs are really skinny and really long, and so I really love having those. They do look like a sportier seat as well, but we'll get into the interior a little bit later. Okay, this is purchased from user, these are the sales points, by the way. Purchased from user, black leather seats, sunroof, left-hand drive. And so yes, Japan is a right-hand drive country, but there are plenty of left-hand drive vehicles here. Seat heaters for the front ones, toll collection box. And it says here the engine check light is on. Owner's manual and warranty papers. So the seller said that the engine check light is on, and he wasn't lying. It actually is. Power steering makes strange noise. The engine... This one here is a little bit weird to translate. It says the engine doesn't work properly. So, yeah, it turns out that it's a misfire. That's a super risky comment, of course, because it could be anything. In this case, it looks like it's a pretty simple thing to fix, and so very nice on that. The gauge, the digital gauge section of the dashboard is missing some pixels. Pretty common thing on a lot of Euro cars of this era. Interior dirty wear and glue marks. In fact, the glue marks are pretty bad. Wheels scratched, door mirrors scratched, front grille has tape to fix it. That's what I already showed you there. Various scratches and dents. And then if you look at the body here, now if you don't know what any of these marks mean, our website has a full description of them, but A3 is large scratch, Y2 is large crack. And so the front bumper has large scratches and large cracks. Rear bumper, large scratches, large cracks, and then big scratches, medium scratches, big scratches. And so the body really needs a little bit of work. And so the low mileage of this one and the fact that it's a rare model with a rare submodel is probably a good thing. This one also comes with a Tiptronic style transmission, so you can shift the gears yourself in the automatic. Like you can pick gear 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. And this transmission comes just with the 540 in the E39s. It's separate from the ones on like the 528, 525, 530, the diesel ones, and all of that. Okay, so the car in black with the M Sports and the nice wheels. The M Sports rear spoiler, which is tiny but still cool. Looks really nice. It's a really cool looking car. Now the E39 that I owned was a wagon version, and I wasn't thrilled with it, but having driven this one just around the block, this one feels a lot better than the one that I had. That engine just feels much better than the 28 that was in the one that I had. Much torquier. Okay, and you get a full like 20-ish% better fuel economy out of this than the M5. I was just reading up on it before I did the report here. Apparently you get 25 miles per gallon in the M5 on the highway, and this one's 30 miles per gallon. Okay, so yeah, cool looking car. So let's get into the nitty gritty of it, because engine's not running properly, power steering is not running well, and the body has some severe damage on it. And so when you buy the cars from the auction, you can pick good cars, you can pick bad cars, you can basically pick whatever you want. It's up to you. All that stuff on the sheet was information of the condition of the car, and I'd say that this car is pretty accurate to the condition of that. And so if you want a car that's not in great condition, it's fine, you pay less for it. And some people, especially dealers, will want to get a car that they know how much it costs to get it into a certain condition, and they know that the amount that you save is worth it for that. Buy the cars low, pay low import tax on it, and then fix it up yourself. And so anyways, so front bumper scuff here. The crack is right here, which is in an odd position. The rear bumper crack is in a similarly odd position. And this is an M5's front bumper, different from the regular 5 Series. Or M Sports bumper, let me just say. It might be slightly different from the M5. I think, I'm not sure about this, I think the M5 has a different section right here, but still has the rounded part here. But I don't know, someone's going to tell me I'm wrong. And if that's the case, that's fine. I like to be told that I'm wrong. Okay, so the A3 is on the back, is right here. They look like they touched it up with touch-up paint, that it wasn't done very well. And it continues on to the back with some large scratches down here. I heard that this engine sounds amazing, but when it's misfiring, you probably won't get the same amazing sound out of it. Okay, here's the crack in the rear bumper. You get a single exhaust instead of a dual, and that's why you get the area for the spare tire. Or so I read. Okay, here's same thing, large scratches that have been touched up with touch-up paint by somebody who doesn't know what they're doing. And large scratch here. Okay, just have a closer look at those wheels, because they are really nice looking wheels, especially for a car of this era. Backs are 275s, so a really meaty tire. I think fronts are 245s. Let's see, 235s. So staggered, wide, medium. Scuffs on here. Okay, one thing that wasn't mentioned is your gasket here is cracked. Sunroof model, it's a glass sunroof. Love this Very subtle M5 style rear spoiler. Okay, lots of numbers there. Okay, you get your tie-down straps in here. This one here is for your Navi, which I think on the BMWs you can change to different languages. There's for CD changer. Usually you get a CD changer that's in here, but it's not. It's this one. Underneath here, you get the real version of the spare tire instead of what BMW did on all modern cars and made the tires uncomfortably hard by making them the puncture-proof tires, or have that gooey stuff that you put inside. Nobody likes to change tires that have had that gooey stuff put in. Take it from somebody who's changed tires before. Interior is really great, as you would expect with a low mileage car, other than the glue marks that are mentioned on the auction sheet, which I'll show you there. These rear seats look like they've probably never been sat in. And your rear passengers can know that you are sporty. Sunroof works fine. Power windows work fine. Transmission shifts well. Hi. Hi. So good. I think that guy's first time delivering cars to us. Okay, memory seats here, full power seats, and as I showed you before, the good section comes out. Usually the driver's seat will have the most amount of wear of any seat because that guy's always in the car. This one, very, very little wear in this section, and only a little bit of wear in this section. So, good. The M Sport steering wheel looks way better than the regular steering wheel, like 16 times better. And you get buttons on here that I don't know what they do. This one's cool. It's like a clock, and then a little clock thing lights up over there. Now the shift yourself is great because you get all 5 gears instead of just like 3 or something. You can see check engine light is on there. Okay, dashboard. Yeah. I really like the design of this dashboard. The inside of this car doesn't smell very bad. Some BMWs tend to smell a lot like the BMW leather, which I think is not a very good smell. Some people like it. Here's the glue. More glue here and more up here. Alright, AC works and is nice and strong. Navigation system in there. Heated seats. Dual zone climate control. Cigarette lighter. Take a peek. You can see it's been used only once, but there was some ash in the car, so that's how we can tell it's been smoked in. Okay, there's the missing pixels there at the bottom, you can see. And 64,723 kilometers. I'm not sure if you can hear that, but you can hear the misfire there when you step on it. Okay, so hope everyone enjoyed the video here of the 540M Sport. It is a pretty cool car, needs a little bit of TLC, but it's going to be really good once a little bit of time's been put into it. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any comments, you can post them in the comments section. If you want to check out our website, there's a link to that in the description. Thank you very much for watching, and have a nice day.